Kia ora tātou. In previous videos we've looked at the importance of variation for the survival of a species. In these next 4 videos what we're going to look at is how variation is introduced to a population or to a species. So in this video we're going to look at one form that comes from meiosis. There's 2 forms in total that come from meiosis. So this is called random assortment. So in meiosis we've got, we start off with one cell. And in that cell, let's say we've got an organism that has 6 chromosomes. Different organisms have different numbers of chromosomes, so we're just making this up that it has 6. So we'll draw some black, if I can, sorry. Okay, just wanting to change the pen size. Alright, just changing some black chromosomes to indicate that's a chromosome that this organism inherited from the father, or we can say paternal. I've gone to blue, haven't I? No, black. Good. And then if we have some blue chromosomes, these are maternal chromosomes. The blue is maternal. So we've got, let's say we've got 6 chromosomes in total. So all of these ones here, these are all homologous pairs. So the way that meiosis works, and you can go back onto the meiosis video if you need to revise this, is that we end up with 4 gametes that each have 3 chromosomes in them. And the chromosomes will just have that they'll have a single strand like that, but that is still counted as 1 chromosome. And then they would have that would be one possibility. And then there'll be another one with the 3 chromosomes there. So these would all be the paternal, the chromosomes that this initial organism got from the father, and then the maternal chromosomes, which would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we can see from this that there's 2 possibilities of different gametes. We could have this one here, or we could have this one here. So far we've got 2 possible. I'll give myself some more room. 2 possible gametes, which could be all paternal chromosomes or all maternal chromosomes. But then the thing that can happen is that these chromosomes don't necessarily line up in that particular order. So we could switch these around and have the maternal chromosome on this side and the paternal chromosome on this side. And then what we're going to end up with is, instead of having all paternal chromosomes there and there, and all maternal there and there, what we would get is, when these all split up, we'd have a paternal, 2 paternals and 1 maternal for that gamete there. And then on this side we would have 2 maternal chromosomes and 1 paternal each. So that's 2 different types of gametes there. Just getting these. So now we've changed that, actually, by switching those around, we've changed that to 4 possible gametes. And so the way that we can actually, there is a formula that can calculate the number of possible gametes according to the number of chromosome pairs that there are in an organism, and that is 2 to the power of the number of chromosome pairs there are. So in this case there are 3 chromosome pairs, so that would be 2 times 2 times 2, so that equals 8. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So you could challenge yourself by drawing this on a bit of paper and do all of the different possible arrangements that you can. So when you're doing this, the order is important, so that helps actually. So it's not just so this, even though you've got 2 paternal chromosomes and 1 maternal, that would still be different to if you had a maternal chromosome there and a paternal chromosome there. That would still be 2 paternal and 1 maternal, but the difference is that, is this a black pen? That's why this isn't very obvious. Anyway, I hope you've been able to follow this whole time. I'm not going to do this again. So 2 paternal and 1 maternal, but because they're in different positions, that's still a different gamete. So anyway, you won't need to do that for the exam. So if we think of the human genome, we have actually got 23 we've got 23 different chromosomes. So that is 2 times 2, 23 times. And that, just off the top of my head, is 8,388,608 different combinations of chromosomes that you could have in the gametes. So that introduces a lot of variation for that. So the next thing is, how do we actually explain what we've just learned in an exam question? So we don't need to actually, we don't need to go into a huge amount of depth, and we don't even need to know that this is called independent assortment. What we need to do is say, and I've written this earlier to make it easier, so during meiosis, chromosomes pair up randomly, or we could actually change this to homologous. Homologous chromosomes pair up randomly, meaning that the combination of chromosomes in each gamete is random. This means, and this is the important thing that you just need to add, is that each gamete is genetically unique. So we don't need to go into a huge amount of detail, but as long as we're saying that each gamete is genetically unique, we know a little bit about the process, that's fine. We don't need to go into too much detail at level 1. So that is the first form of variation that can come from meiosis. In the next video we will look at another form of variation that comes from meiosis. Thanks, see you then.